So let's start our practice this evening. We've been blessed with the company of Marla. Let's see. Oh, she looks quite content. Let us be content like Marla. So let's start to cultivate mindfulness and awareness by just resting the eyes for a moment and allowing a little time to arrive here now. To gently release all of the excitement of the day that's passed and allow ourselves to be wholeheartedly present here, ready for our yoga practice. So taking a little time just listening to the sounds around us. Good timing. And then moving that awareness to our experience through our skin and the sense of touch. Menagerie yoga this evening. So, beginning to notice what you're experiencing through your skin, the variety of sensations, and feelings. And as you're breathing gently, allowing this moment to have its own scent, creating a very vivid experience of this moment, even though your eyes are closed. And then beginning to bring that awareness from the external experiences inside, to take some time acknowledging your inner experience. Noticing how you're feeling physically in your body right now. Any particular sensations? Acknowledging and accepting what you find, letting go of any need to analyze or criticize what you find or solve what you find. In that same passive way, noticing what's going on in your mind. And it's okay for your mind to be a busy place. Acknowledging the busyness that may be there without getting tangled up with it. Allowing space and acknowledgement for feelings and emotions. Now bringing awareness back to your physical alignment. Without forcing and without making too much effort, let's just comfortably align the spine. Finding that beautiful sense of weightless uplift, decompressing through the back of the neck as well, allowing the shoulders to soften and sink down while you invite freedom and spaciousness into the chest area. Let's allow our hearts to feel big this evening. So sitting with this lovely sense of poise and taking a little time just to notice your breath, to follow the flow of your breath. Again, there's no need to change anything, Let your breath flow naturally as you gently connect to each breath. Taking time to notice the breath in and the breath out. Noticing perhaps any pauses between breaths. So pausing and following your breath and allowing yourself a few moments in this beautiful piece to set an intention. Perhaps you have a long-term intention that you're working with, or maybe there's something that resonates with you right now for you or someone or something else. Whichever it is, let that intention form into words. Bring it into your mind and gently repeat the words of your intention 3 times to yourself. When you're ready, lifting your eyelids, swaying a little from side to side, and we're ready for some practice. Well, little furry ball, I'm afraid we're going to have to... We'll see how this goes. Okay, so I don't mind how you're sitting, what you're doing with your legs, as long as you're comfortable. Move whenever you need to, and remember, be kind to yourself. Just practice within what feels comfortable this evening. No forcing. When you need to rest, you rest. Okay, so let's begin by just bringing the mind down into the Tanden, grounding and settling, feeling that fire in the belly, just smouldering gently. Okay, so let's roll the shoulders. Let's inhale forwards and up. Exhale back and down. And again. One more time. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, so we're sitting tall. We have engaged in the Tanden. We're going to let the chin and the head just drop gently forwards. Going to allow ourselves to feel that lengthening through the back of the neck. Okay, now let's circle the head. We'll inhale, making half a circle, gently, gently. And then exhale and make that a full circle. And then we're going to go in the opposite direction. Inhale halfway. Exhale, complete circle. So we're going to repeat that whole thing, 1 time in each direction. Take your time. Allow yourself to feel where the tension or the tenderness might be. Just move gently through and keep the breath nice and steady. And then when you're ready, Bringing the head back into alignment. Good. Okay, let's begin to wake the shoulder blades up and see if we can get some summer energy flowing through the arms. So I'm going to take the left arm across the body and hook it up with the right. So you should feel the shoulder blade move. I'm going to turn to the left and just take a few breaths. Okay, let's release that. Gently, gently. And then let's take that over to the other side. Turning, breathing. And releasing. Good. Okay, we're going to rotate a bit in the shoulders now. So let's use one of our summer mudras. Let's use the pericardium and the triple warmer one, the awkward one. Ring finger and middle finger extended. So the little finger and index finger are held down. Okay, we're going to bring that out to around about shoulder level. Okay, so here we have that feeling of expansiveness across the chest in the heart area. So as we exhale, we're going to rotate inwards. Bring the palms forward, down, and as far as you can, let the head drop. Inhale, rotating the other way, lifting and opening. Exhale, rotating. And inhale, lifting and opening. And again, just gently repeating. Taking your time with each breath, really feeling that sense of opening across the chest. I'm going to go for one more in each direction. Exhaling, collapsing a little, and inhaling. And then relaxing. Good, very good. Okay, so I'm just going to turn sideways just for demonstration purposes. So we're going to engage the heart in a different way now. We're going to bring Sipana Mudra behind us. So we're going to try and keep the palms together. The temptation is often that we just bring the fingers together and the palms are open, making a cup. If we actually really try to keep the palms together, we're really working through the arms and helping us to develop a bit more strength. So here we are. We're going to see if we can gently lift the arms and then open in the front. And then we're going to exhale. We're going to fold forwards, dropping the head. And we'll just take a few breaths here. Good. Let's rise back up with an inhale. And release Ksepana. Release the arms and the shoulders. Well done. Good. Okay. If you're on a cushion, let's come off now. And let's begin to have a little fun. Fun. So we're going to do some twisting. We're going to start mirroring. So it's the left knee that is in front. We're going to cross the right foot over the left knee, if we can. Okay, so we need to ground down through the sit bones. And we're going to hug the right knee with the left arm and pop the right hand down behind. So we're twisting and turning in that direction and we're breathing. So remember that our twist isn't a final destination. It's a living, breathing thing, and it's constantly evolving with each breath. So maybe we can find with the next in-breath more length through the spine. Maybe we can tuck the chin in a little more. Maybe we can lift and open the ribs a little. How would that feel? And when we exhale, maybe we can see where else the twist can go. Good. Lovely twist. Okay, let's gently begin to untwist, and then we'll do the fun bit. So we've untwisted, but we're going to keep turning. And we're going to pop our hands, both hands down behind the other side. We're going to continue turning until we come upright into a wide leg forward fold. Hello there, well done. Okay, and then inevitably we're going to continue turning in the same direction so that we'll come down ready to twist on the other side. The right knee's in front, the left leg's crossed over. So we'll hug with the right arm, we'll plant the left hand down behind, and we'll live and breathe with our twist here. Very nice. Good. And then we're going to make that journey again, but in the other direction. So gently untwisting, moving all the way around to the back, rising up into a forward fold, kind of hanging just for a moment there. Not forcing, just kind of enjoying that hanging around. Then let's continue the journey round. Coming back into our original twist, sitting tall just for a moment, well done. And then we'll untwist that leg. We'll bring the soles of the feet together and we'll just flap the wings for a couple of moments as we sit tall here. Good. Okay. So, want you to be comfortable here. So I'm just going to move my bottom a little further back so that I can comfortably sit here, because we're going to inhale and bring the arms up. Okay. We're going to turn the palms to the ceiling, so the little fingers are towards the back. Good. Then we're going to take left wrist with the right hand. Inhale as we pull it up. Exhale, bring it over to the side and look up to the raised arm, and we'll just take a couple of breaths there. Breathing into, it's almost like we can imagine breathing into the space we're creating on the left side of the body. And then we'll come back up, both palms lifting the ceiling gently up. And then we'll take the right wrist, inhale, take it up. Exhale, take it over to the left, looking up there. Breathing. Good. Let's come back up, both palms lifting the ceiling. Take a breath. And then release the arms gently back down. Okay, relax the shoulders. Let's come on to all fours. So, tabletop, something like that. Palms connected to the earth. Spine aligned and supported by that little fire in the belly. So let's go straight into a moving cat and cow. Let us inhale, dropping the belly into cow. And then we'll exhale, we'll arch up, and we'll move the bottom down to the heels. Inhale, gliding forwards, coming into cow. And exhale, arching up, moving back and down. Okay, so I'm going to let you find your rhythm here. Go with your breath, focusing on this mobility waving through the spine. Great. Let's settle down into a child's pose. Next time you head down towards the heels, and we'll just take a little time sinking in here. You can rest your head down if that's comfy. So just noticing how you're feeling. Noticing any thoughts that are with you. Trying not to get involved, just acknowledging. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of transitioning, but we're going to transition and we're going to come into a fun sequence, but we're going to take it really slowly today, okay? So let's just sneak the fingertips a little further away. And if your knees are spread out, you might like to kind of gather them in so they're parallel. Because when we inhale, we're going to move ourselves towards a cobra or an upward dog. Let's go for it. Inhaling. Coming into cobra or upward dog. Good. Let's take a breath here. So we're going to do something a little bit exciting from here. I'm going to drop my right knee down, okay, and I'm going to step back with the left foot, and I'm going to lengthen through the right leg as I open into a wild thing. Good, okay, let's take a breath. Opening up in the wild thing. Good. So now, we're going to do an even more wild thing. We're going to step the left leg all the way to the other side, and we're going to keep the left hand raised. Good. Take a breath. And then we're going to lower the left hand, lower the right heel and rise into a warrior two. Left knee is bent, so we're looking along the left arm. Sorry, you got your back to me. Soften those shoulders, enjoy that proud and strong warrior. Okay, so we're going to find a peaceful warrior. We're going to find the peaceful warrior by wrapping the right arm around. Good. Good. Then we're going to come back into warrior two. And we're going to lengthen through the left leg, come into a triangle. Over the left leg. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so we're going to revolve the triangle. We're going to bring the right hand down, and I'm softening gently through the left leg, only because I don't want to kill myself. Okay, so then I'm going to take the weight onto the left leg, stepping forward with the right hand, so I'm in a revolved balance, lifting the right leg. Then we lower the arm and the leg. We're in a forward fold. We're just going to let ourselves hang here. Then we'll open the arms as we lift up into a tabletop. We're going to take the left leg back, see if we can make the airplane. Good. Then we'll, soften the right knee, landing on the left foot, but we're going to, I'm wobbling all over the place, going to lower right the way down to the ground, bring the arms up, shifting forwards, opening in the front of the body. And then we're going to shift the hips back, bring the hands down, bring the right knee back, and come back into child's pose. So we've done the full circle, so just take a little break, breathing down there. Hopefully now you have a sort of sketch in your mind of where the sequence goes. So enjoying a little rest here now. And then we're preparing to take this on the other side. So we creep the fingertips a little further away, and we inhale and we come forward into a cobra or an upward dog, and we'll just pause there and take a breath. Good stuff. So this time, I'm going to drop the left knee just to help me lift and step back on the right toes to lift into a wild thing and to let the wild thing live and breathe. Woohoo! Then, clever step, that right leg is going to step all the way forwards, and we'll keep the right arm up. Good. Okay, now I'm going to have my back to you. Serves me right. So bring the hand down, lower the left heel and rise into warrior two. Looking along the right arm, good. There we are. Proud, strong, brave warriors, grounded. Peaceful warrior. We'll wrap the left arm around, rise. Good. Back into warrior two. We're going to come into triangle, so we lengthen through the right leg, coming into the triangle there. Okay. We're going to revolve the triangle, so we bring the left hand down. I've softened my right knee, only because I don't want to kill myself again. And then from here, we're going to come into a balance. It's like a revolved half moon. So the weight's going to go onto the right leg, but I'm going to step forward with the left hand. That's the one. Good. Yeah. We'll let the right arm come down and the left leg, and we'll hang. Leslie's in paroxysms here. Who was expecting this at 9 o'clock on a Tuesday evening? Okay. Okay, so from our hanging position, we use the core to rise up into a tabletop with our arms wide. And this time we'll step back with lifting the right leg. Good. Then we're going to bend or soften the left knee. Bring the toes and the knee of the right leg down. Shift forward, lift and open as we inhale. And then we'll shift back and we'll draw that left leg back and come into child's pose and rest after that epic journey. It was pretty fantastic. I think we had 2 balances in there, so that's like double points. Okay, so gently coming up into kneeling. I think we have earned some more frivolity now after all that hard stuff. We're going to do some Daruma rolls. Okay, so I'm just scooting up to the top end of the mat, but bringing the soles of the feet together again, creating our Daruma shape. We're going to celebrate our human resilience. So we sit tall to start off with because that's what we're used to doing, but then we're going to let the spine gently curve and we're going to drop the head and we come into our Daruma ball. And we're just going to take a few moments breathing here, maybe considering reviewing how resilient you've been today. Okay, so we're going to celebrate that resilience by rolling 7 times Nanakarobi Yauki. So when you're ready, on the inhale, we'll roll back. On the exhale, we'll come back into our Daruma roll 7 times. Away you go. I think I've just done 8. Why is it so hard to count when we're rolling? Very well done. Okay, so let's just let that frivolity settle a bit. That's really good. Okay. Right, I think we can actually lie down, but let's point the toes and let's bring the palms together and let's ease gently down. When you're down, you can let your feet relax. Let them flop to the sides. Let your hands be free, open, arms relaxing. How are the shoulders doing? How's your heart rate now? Maybe it's still a little elevated after the excitement of our Daruma rolls. So just allowing it to settle. Okay, let's bend the knees. Feel the soles of your feet connecting to the earth. What do you need to adjust here? How can we make this more comfortable? How are your shoulders? Let's bring the knees into the chest. Let's give them a little hug. How does that feel? So, let's begin by moving from side to side, just exploring how that feels. Good. Okay. So let's come into stillness, just hugging the knees, softening the shoulders again. We're going to inhale and lift the head towards the knees and pause here. Take a couple of breaths. And then we'll exhale and gently lower the head down and relax the arms beside you, palms open again. Let's let the feet float up towards the ceiling, little reversal of flow, wiggle those toes around. That's it. taking a few moments just to check in and acknowledge where we're holding tension. Allow things to soften where we can. Okay, so we're going to do something very, very simple, but obviously when you're tired, it's not so easy, is it? But let's just see where we go. And if it's too much, then you can bring your legs down and rest. We're simply going to flex the feet and point the feet. Flex and point. 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 One more. Flex and point. Good. Okay. Let's soften the knees then. And let the feet float back to the ground one after the other. Good. Okay. Soles of the feet together, knees flopping to the sides. Just let them go. Pause and breathe. So as we're pausing and breathing here, and we're kind of in the middle of the heat of summer, the craziness of summer here in Zakynthos, with the work and the tourist season. So let's just take a few moments checking in with how we're feeling. Are we finding the joy that is a characteristic of our summer practice, our summer energetics? Just acknowledging one moment of joy during the last week. Noticing how that makes you feel. Where in your body does it make you smile? Okay, hold that feeling. Know that it's there, that you can draw in it when you need to. Let's draw the knees back together, but let's step the feet apart. We're going to do a little bit of half bridge. So, going to turn the palms down so we can press gently into the ground through the palms, press gently through the feet. Ideally, the feet should be about hip width apart. I know it's difficult to tell without mirrors and stuff and without having eyes in your knees, but anyway, we can adjust if things don't feel comfortable. So, let's begin pressing down through hands and feet, inhaling and lifting the pelvis. And then we'll exhale and we'll lower gently back down until we've completely released. Let's do it again. Inhale and lift. Exhale. Take it down. And one last time. Inhale, lift. Let's see if we can hold it here. Do you need to adjust anything? How would it feel if you gathered the shoulder blades together? Maybe clasp the hands together. Breathing here. Good. Okay, let's release. Plant the hands back down and gently releasing the whole of the pelvis and the hips into the ground. Perfect. Let's bring those knees in to counter the stretch. Just have a little hug there. So moving from side to side again, just Massaging around and releasing middle and lower back. Good. Okay. So let's just gently drop the feet back to the ground. Let's do some reclining twists. So I'm going to lengthen through the right leg. I'm going to bring the left knee into the chest. I'm going to hug it. I'm not forcing, I'm just easing in. In fact, I'm pulsing gently as I get the hip happy here. Okay, I'm flexing my feet because I like the sensation of the legs being engaged. Okay, so we're going to take the left knee with the right hand and let the right arm rest at shoulder level, palm open. So we're going to help the left knee to move over to the right. I'm just going to go as far as feels comfy, turning the head to look towards the left hand. And then we'll pause and we'll take a few breaths here. Okay, let's very gradually move back to center. And let's hug that knee one last time, hugging in. And then we're going to let the knee go, let the foot slide back down. And just pause, take a moment to breathe. Possibly one side feels different to the other. Okay, so let's bring the right knee up. Let's give the right knee a little time to pulse. Coming into the position ready for our twist. Okay, so I'm hugging closely now. I'm going to take the right knee with the left hand, opening the right arm, the right palm, and then moving the knee across the body, just going as far as feels safe and enjoyable in terms of the stretch, never forcing or inflicting pain on yourself. And let's breathe here. It might be that as you're breathing, things will soften up. Maybe your body will sink deeper into the twist. Maybe your shoulders will ease up. Good. Okay, let's roll that gently back. One last hug of the right knee. What an epic knee. Okay. And then let it go. So again, we're just going to pause. How's the body feeling? And we're going to have a little journey into happy baby. Okay. Come to mama, happy baby. Whee! Woohoo! Hey Marla, do you want my happy baby? Yeah? Okay. Well done. Well done. Okay, you can release your happy baby. And I invite you to relax, to come into a form of Shavasana that will allow you to find a little stillness, to rest. So, allowing your body to feel completely supported, held, nurtured, and nourished. Recognizing that for this time now, there's nowhere else you need to be. There's nothing else to achieve. This moment is complete as it is. Take a slow, easy breath in and let it drift out like a wave returning to the sea. In Zen, we have a saying, sit quietly, doing nothing. Spring comes and the grass grows by itself. Nature never hurries, and yet everything unfolds perfectly in its own time. And as you rest here now, allow yourself to become part of that same effortless unfolding. There's nothing to force. There's nothing to fix. There is only this breath, this heartbeat, and this beautiful moment. Allow your body to grow heavier with each breath out. Until your whole body is relaxed. Imagine that every breath out carries away any lingering tension, leaving only spaciousness behind. And every breath in brings a quiet sense of gratitude. Gratitude for this body that carries you through life. Gratitude for the breath that has been with you since your very first moment. Gratitude for the kindness we've shared together. Picturing waves on a shore. See how the sea never tries to hold on to a single wave. Each one comes and each one goes. This is a quiet teaching of impermanence. When we stop clinging, life becomes lighter. We soften our grip and peace has room to enter. Rest here for a few more breaths, allowing yourself to simply be. Offer yourself one small smile. Not because everything is perfect, but because you have given yourself this precious gift of presence. May you carry the calm that you've cultivated this evening within you. May you meet each person with kindness. May you move through whatever comes towards you with steadiness and an open heart. And may you remember that just like waves, life is always inviting you to begin again. Inviting a little movement into fingers and toes, wiggling gently, deepening the breath, perhaps enjoying a lovely big yawn and a stretch. Rolling onto the side just for a little transitional period there. And when you're ready, gently coming up into sitting, bringing the palms together in Gashha. For a final expression of gratitude and respect. Thank you for practicing this evening.